Hey everyone, I am Aini Sahani and today we are going to discuss about the topic government job versus private job. So we are the favor of private job and they are the favor of government job. So let's start.
According to me, government job is good because by government job we can get lots of facilities. First of all, I want to say about the by the help of government job we can get home facilities, and home facilities are most important in our life because by government job we can our job can be posted anywhere, and home facilities are most important in our life. So government job is good.
Okay, but in a government job, the process is very tough because first of all we fill up a form, then we go to the exam, and then we select or not, then we get a government job. But in private sector, we easily go and then we give resume and we get easily a private job. So private sector is very good.
Yes, right. Government sector is a long procedure, but it's a very important part of the this type of job. But if you find out in a private sector they get a job, but easily they get a rejected and any one job, and they need a very highly qualified person.
Yes, but in the selection process of government job, there are reservation present. Like they give opportunity to the lower caste like ST SC. If any ST SC get 40% marks, then they can get selected. But if a general caste they get 90% marks, so they can't selected. So I think this process is not good in government job. And
But every person can't get a private job because every person have a knowledge, every person have a talent, a skills. Then they can person get a private jobs. But after the getting of government jobs, your life is very good. So according to me, I think a government job is good.
Okay, but in private job you listen. If private job you get, then first of all you give interview, then you surely your job is very secure. But in government job, if you take government job, then you give lots of exams.
Okay, but in private job, many people's competitor present, and he don't crack your exam interview. Then what are you do?
In private job, if this type of interview not come. In private job only they check your talented, and if you're talent, then you can get easily in private job. And in government job also you can give exam, and it is a more tough process in government job. So government job is more hard.
Yes, I agree with your point because if you are getting government job, then your life is secure and you can get more facilities. But in private sector, you can easily restrict, so it is not good. So that's why government job is good.
You are wrong because in government job you are permanently secure, but in private sector you can, if your mind is not perfect for any job, then you can change your job. So this is good.
Government job is good because your job is, first of all, your job is secure. But and most of the people want to do government job because government job is the most important in our life, and only some people like private job, but private job they will.
Okay, but in private sector is also give up job security because in after 4-5 years we also get our job is permanent, and our salary is also increasing.
But if you find out in a private sector, the private sector is too much burden as comparison to the government sector. And whatever you told about the graduation system is also very good for this type job, because nowadays who belonging to the ST SC, that's this type people is so too much suffering for the bad condition. That's why our government is release this type facilities.
okay, but nowadays on the general class they also suffer from many financial condition. So they also can't afford the studies.
Before some time, he said that in a private sector, employee get security, but I don't think so. All the private employees get a security because only the high post. Then that people will get a security. But according to me, I think in a government sectors there are lots of people get a security. And nowadays we know that security is very much important for a government employee because if security is present, then a government employee feeling very safe. So according to me, I think a government job is good.
Okay, but in private job, if they work 5 years, 6 years, then their job is also secure. And in government job, you are right, they are permanently job. So in private job, there are also secure jobs in 5 years, 6 years.
No, I'm not agree with your point because if you any you are if you any wrong or representation, so your honor is fired for your job. So government job is better for private job.
Okay, but in if we any on a investigate in private job, then you have skills, then you can get another job, and you if you have do another work, then you can reach a higher post. So how can not no any problem in private job?
No, all people don't get private jobs because in private job also present skills and all people have no skills. That's why government job is good.
Yes, you are right. Skill is important for any job. But in government job, there are people only do they go office and they sit. But in private job, the people do hard work and they earn money and they enjoy our life. So private job.
Okay, but it is the benefit of the employer because government employee work only some work, even then they earn a lots of salary because their salary is a fixed amount of salary. But if you will talk in the private sector, then private employee work very hard work, and their employees are more pressure, and they work overtime. After that, they can get a salary.
Okay, you say that in government sector employees they work very some, but in government sector employees they are very lazy. They don't work in their time, and in this.
Okay, but here we are talking about the employees. Which job is better for us? When we get a job, then we are becoming employees now. So we want to live a luxurious life. We don't want to do more work, more burden. That all the things. So that's not mean in a government sector not have a work. Government sector have a work, but as comparison to the private sector, that is less than the work.
Yes, I accept that in government sectors there are less of work present. In government sector roles they do the same every day. They do the same work, but if you have a private job, they learn new things, and that's why they learn so many working skills, and this is very good in government private job.
Yes, I am agree with your point, but in a private sectors, if you are doing any work, their boss give you pressure to do work very soon, and if you are doing work and during work, if you are become a late, then a boss can also fire you. So that thing is not present in a government sectors, and as well as in a government sectors, if you want to do work, then you can do work, and if your mind say that don't do work, then you can't do work. So in a government sectors, it's depend on your mind. So according to me, I think government sector is good.
No, in private job, also people do same another work. That's why they don't lazy. But in government job, they do every day same work. That's why in government job they don't enjoyment.
Okay, but you know that in government job people do many work like that IAS, IPS and IRS officer do many hard work, and he protect for our country. So he protect our country, and by the private job he only earn money for us. So government job is good.
Okay, I agree. But in IT, IS, they always do same work. They always protect our any persons. But in private, if we talk any private sector, then private sector is more good, because in private sector we can every day we can learn extra thing, and we can develop our knowledge.
Yes, I agree with your point, but if you are doing work, then every person do work for earning money, and even then government sector earn more money compared to private sectors. So that's why government sector is good.
Okay, I want to give you another point. If you get work in a government sectors, so you have to work with your corrupted senior, junior, and especially in private government job, there are political pressure is present. Like there are ministers present. They told the government employee what to do. So that's why the government job is bad.
Okay, but if you find out in a government sector is lots of the facility, especially this job security and the holiday and the lots of. If you find out in a government sector, then the holidays also very soon, and any small festival you get a holidays, and it's very good for their health and their enjoyment as well.
Okay, but in a private sector, private give you your work from home, and then you sit home and you work and you enjoy your family.
But if you do your work in from home, then you have to do work. But if any employee don't want to work, then they can take holidays, and by that thing they will also enjoy their family, and so that's why their family is also want to take holidays and their family also do enjoy with their persons. So it's a very good for government employees.
Okay, but you know that in government job they take holiday some small festival. But in private job they take a holiday on big festival like that Holi, Diwali, Durga Puja. And if they take a small holiday, then their work is not secure also in private job.
Okay, but in private job, many people, many big festival are present, but honors no close for office. If any reason, it come office and do work in private sector. But in government sector, if you any festival is present and big small, then he easily
Okay, but in private job, if any owner don't they don't give holiday in a small festival, that is good because we have chance to develop our companies and we learn extra things. That's a good for private employer.
Okay, I accept your point, but you know nowadays happiness is most important. But you can get happiness only government sector because every festival you can get the holiday and we can enjoy with your family. So that's why government sector is good.
Yes, you are right. You said happiness is important, but in government job there is no happiness because there people go office and they do only sit and they rudely talk to people. But in private sector, in that people do work with happiness. They talk happily with a person. So government job is good.
Okay, I respected your point, but you know that government employee work very some work even then they earn a lots of salary and by government job we can get more holidays like Durga Puja, Holi, Deepavali, this type of festival we can get even then we can earn a more salary. And if you will talk about the private sector, then private employee can't get the holidays because if any employee want to holidays then their salary is also cut so government job is good.
Okay, in private sector.